Every era has its frontier. A line between what is and what's next. We've played the game, built the legends, carried the weight. But this is different. This is where the game leaves the ground. No limits, no ceiling. No looking back. This isn't the next season. This is the next frontier.
Oh yeah, Sunday afternoon in the Texas sunshine, the AUSL allowing the best softball players in the world an opportunity to keep on keeping on. Today, the final game of this weekend series, the expansion Portland Cascade trying to sweep their way through Round Rock, Texas, finishing off their series against the Bolts. We are almost at the exact midway point of the AUSL regular season. The top 3 teams make it to the playoffs. Right now, Utah's #1 with a bullet. Look at Portland holding on to that #2 spot. You got the Carolina Blaze and picking up the rear. The Texas Bolts, they need to get moving soon. Glad you found us with my partner, Kenzie Fowler. I am Eric Collins, and let's talk about the homestanding Texas Bolts. Kenzie, they've already lost 2 games in the series. We're at the point in the season where they need to start piling up some wins.
You saw the standings there. It's separation time, and so you don't want to be swept. And this was an up-and-down week for Texas already. We saw them have 2 huge wins earlier this week against Chicago, but the last two games against Portland, you have to credit the cascade of what they've been able to do. For Texas, their offense has got to get going today.
Yeah, that offense usually relies on the long ball, and they've got a really good long ball hitter in Aaliyah Binford.
She has been amazing to watch. The breakout star, in my opinion, for Texas, a two-way star. We've seen her consistently pitch it in the circle, but to me, it's what she's been doing offensively with her bat. 5 home runs. She's been in the middle of the lineup, and to me, she just provides the energy for Texas. We've seen her go yard a couple of times this week. We have not seen her go yard in this series. So look for Binford to make something happen anytime that she is on the plate. And then you go from a veteran to a true rookie. How about Megan Grant? This is a name that we all know. Our NCAA single-season home run record holder has not skipped a beat. 4 home runs already. We saw her go yard in this series against Rachel Garcia, the ace for Texas. This Portland offense has some pop, and she provides it at the top.
Really fun numbers so far this season for both Binford and Grant. They've combined for 9 homers. Binford, of course, leading the league in homers, tied with Maya Brady. Hot in pursuit, Megan Grant, when she ever gets a pitch to hit. She has been pitched to very carefully so far through her first 11 games as a professional. All right, getting ready to get this started. Let's take a look at the lineup card submitted by head coach Taraya Flowers. Portland Cascade will have Corby Otis, really good series for her. She leads things off, followed by Grant Sydney Stewart. Mia Davidson, 3rd game this season for her. Cahalan, Vidalis, Powell, Sis Bates, Kendra Falby, rounding out the 9. They will bat against veteran international player Allie Carta. She has played all over the world over the last decade and a half. She is fun to watch. Hot, steamy afternoon in Round Rock, Texas. Game's first pitch called strike 1 to Corby Otis.
Now, this has been the debut for Allie this week with the AUSL. You look at her bio. This is one of the most decorated young arms in our sport of this generation. Pac-12 Player of the Year. She was a member of that Olympic squad in that 2021 year, if you will, but it's been fun to see her suit up for Texas for the first time this week, and she's been playing very well in the Japan Diamond Softball League.
I just came over from really good season over in Japan. She's been over there quite a bit. She's been playing pro ball in Japan since 2019. She graduated from UCLA back in 2015. She's been a pro somewhere in the world ever since. Corby Otis is yet to offer in any of the first 4 pitches thrown by Carta. Lifted in the air, foul territory. There's a ton of foul area here, but that ball still finds grass. So Otis remains alive, 3-2.
You look at the numbers for Corby in that leadoff spot, and look at a good batting average and her on-base percentage over 400. Is a tough customer in that leadoff spot.
Carter's going to throw a strike here. Called strike 3. Carter's been around a long time. You do not walk the leadoff batter on a hot 95-degree day here in Round Rock.
Yeah, that's a veteran just shoving in this backdoor curve. You can see the spin. Deja Mulipola framing this up nice. Too close to take. That's an uncomfortable pitch for a right-handed hitter.
Here's Megan Grant. Swings at the first pitch, bashes it to center field. Way back and gone! First pitch homer. Megan Grant takes Carter over the fence. 5th homer in the rookie season for Megan Grant. That's how you start a ball game.
Well, that's why Megan Grant has been walked as much as she has just early in this AUSL season. First pitch swinging. She says, I know I'm going to get a pitch here. There's nobody on base. Let me get my swing off. And seeing the first pitch from Ali Carta, this is some UCLA on UCLA crime, 2 completely different generations. But my goodness.
So a great start to the game for the Portland Cascade. They now have 9 homers as a team. 5 of them have come off the bat of Megan Grant. Sydney Stewart. Nothing flashy with Sydney Stewart, but she's been effective. The rookie has reached base now 10 consecutive games. Didn't reach base in her first game as a pro, but every game since she has, either with a walk or a base hit.
Well, you always look at a lineup with Megan Grant in it, and I always look at the hitter who bats behind Megan Grant, because that hitter is going to get pitches. And it's a daunting task for a rookie to have to do that, although Megan Grant is a rookie herself. But Sydney Stewart trying to find her way. Ali Carta, phenomenal bounce back. That's a veteran bounce back right there after giving up the big swing. Go right back to it, that backdoor curve, getting the rookie looking for a K.
All right, the home run hitter, Megan Grant, is standing by with our own Maria Tribal Piece.
Megan, you've been walked a lot already this season. You're aggressive on that first pitch. How important is that in this league?
Very important. You know, it's hard to get behind in the count in this league. I mean, every pitcher's an All-American here, so just looking to get a good pitch to hit and just attack.
Now you get to watch your teammates do the same thing. Thanks, Megan.
Thank you.
Thank you, Maria. Thank you, Megan. And how about Mia Davidson? Hit with a pitch, 2nd consecutive game. That's kind of been her MO as a professional. Davidson has now been hit 25 times in 47 AUSL games.
Loved that interview with Maria and Megan Grant, the fact that she still had her helmet on.
Yeah.
She's just like, well, I'm not going to take it off. I'm good.
Here's Kenley Cahalan. Cahalan's had a nice rookie season. 6 hits, 1 of them a homer. She's played close to flawless defense. It's been a big reason why Portland has had a 7-4 record through 11 games. Their defense has been as good as their pitching. Hitting has lagged behind quite a bit, but they're doing it defensively.
They've got to be very excited about what their offense has shown in the series, because you think about Portland and you look at the stats, it's all about that defense, all about that pitching. So if the offense can start to get into a groove, especially at this time of the season, we were just talking about how we are right around that halfway point. And so it's time to figure out what the lineup is looking like and getting everybody cohesive and getting our at-bats together. Been a little bit of movement right with Kenley Cahalan. She's kind of been at the bottom of the lineup, but she has slowly worked her way up to that 5 spot. And then you add the big bat of Mia Davidson. Things are starting to shape up for Portland.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Carter has a chance to strike out the side. She wanted that one. She was a third of the way towards that dugout. Three and 2. And she misses outside. So the last 2 batters have reached without the benefit of a base hit. Davidson was hit, and now Cahalan draws the 2-out walk. Here's the Texas native coming back home, Tori Vidalis. Tori drove in a couple with a bloop double in the first inning of yesterday's game. Classic Vidalis swing. 0-1.
Yeah, this is a hitter that does not get cheated. Loves to swing and gets amped up when she sees her teammates on base.
Flipped in the air. Nice running catch made by Deja Mulipola, and the side is retired. But Portland gets the first scratch on a home run by Megan Grant.
Look, this rookie is going to be in the conversation for Rookie of the Year. Megan Grant, that's her 5th home run, which now is at the top of the league. As a rookie, Portland is already on the board.
Of the first inning here at Del Diamond, Round Rock, Texas. The locals going to head to the bat rack. Texas Volts. Skipper Ricky Woodard. Line of card looks like this. You got Jayla Lassiter in center field leading things off, followed by the speedster Riley Boone. Aaliyah Binford hits in the 3-hole. Mulipola followed by Garcia, Jackie Liss, Sierra Romero. Leanne Good's going to get the start at shortstop. Tiara Jennings not in the starting lineup today, and Jaden Goodwin hits 9. Those batters looking at the left-hander, Kelly Maxwell.
Well, you saw the lineup for Texas, a lot of right-handed hitters, only 2 lefties, and so that's pretty much as good as you can stack it when you're facing one of the most veteran arms in this league.
Fun game for the starting pitcher, Kelly Maxwell. She is a native Texan. She is from Friendswood, Texas. Played collegiately at Oklahoma State and Oklahoma. She spent the last 2 years pitching professionally over in Japan.
She spreads the zone so well up and down vertically, working her rise ball, and has an elite changeup. Of course, she'll use that curveball to both sides.
Lassiter's got power in the leadoff spot. She's got 2 homers. Maxwell strikes her out.
It's a backdoor curve here from the lefty Maxwell that's going away from Lassiter, the righty, and then breaking back in a little bit. So the only chance that you have to hit this pitch is to hit it as deep as you possibly can. If you reach for it, you're toast.
Here's Riley Boone. Boone has played 12 games so far this year. She's got 13 hits, sports a batting average of .317. pops in the air. That'll make it just out of the reach of the catcher, Sydney Stewart. Stewart's got to cover a ton of ground. That area behind home plate is the most area that we have in the AUSL.
I know it's not ideal, right, for our sport, but man, is it fun to see our catchers show off their athleticism. You saw Deja Mulipola pop up out of her squat and go a far way. We saw Michaela Edenfield make an amazing Sports Center diving play, kind of similar to that area. Maybe it was a little bit closer, but our catchers can really show it off a little bit.
Touch and go. That'll be an infield single. Riley Boone, not too many people do it better than her. She's aboard with 1 out.
Well, she just deadens this bunt so perfectly. You can see how late Riley Boone showed that bunt, so the defense just a little bit caught on their heels. But there's no chance by the time Sydney Stewart picks this up. Yep, Riley Boone already at first base.
Here's Aaliyah Binford. Real opportunity for Texas here in the first inning. Binford is the main power threat so far through the first 12 games for Texas. She's got 5 of the team's 16 homers. One ball, one strike. It is amazing the journey that Aaliyah Binford has made over the last 365 days. Finished her college experience and then immediately went into the AUSL reserve player pool. She was not on team last year to begin the season. She was picked up on July 3rd and been a fixture both in the batter's box and also in the circle ever since.
Yeah, she's been Texas's most used pitcher in relief. She has racked up those innings coming in and closing games out. And then, of course, she's at the top of the league with 5 home runs. And you see the big swing. It doesn't matter if there's 2 strikes, 1 strike, no strikes. Aaliyah Binford is going to swing the exact same way. And so you feel that as a pitcher. I'm not going to throw anything around the heart of the plate. I'm going to go up, away, because I know the power that Binford has in her bat.
Maxwell has now struck out 2 of the first 3. She'll have to deal with Deja Mulipola. These two are familiar with each other. They go back, seen each other at a lot of different levels, most recently over in Japan. One ball and 1 strike. Boone still on at first base. 2 balls and a strike. The stolen base is almost a lost art form this year in the AUSL. Texas has only stolen 4 bases. Portland has only stolen 2.
And the catchers are just too good. The arms too good, and especially the tags that we're seeing at shortstop or second baseman. It's just the defense in the pro game, to me, is the biggest difference from college. There are hardly any mistakes on defense. Here we go.
That's ball 4. It's ball 4, so the walk puts runners on at first and at second with 2 outs.
Thought we were speaking that into existence there.
Would have been a bang-bang play. She was safe, but it would have been super close.
Well, and also just, I know it was ball 4, but Sydney Stewart throwing through Deja Mulipola as the hitter's running across you.
All right, Rachel Garcia is going to bat in the 5 hole. Rachel's the first baseman today. 1 for 6 on the season. Has driven in a run. The original lineup we had changed right before the game started. Tiara Jennings, who's the everyday shortstop and hits in the middle of the order, was taken out. So it moved everyone kind of around in the lineup. And Garcia finds herself now in the 5 hole. Two balls and a strike.
to the right-handed hitters of Binford, Mulipola, and now Rachel Garcia. Kelly Maxwell, everything has been away. She's been trying to get maybe some right side of the field contact, end of the barrel. She has not gone inside one time. Just like that.
2-2. Texas would love to get on the board here in the first inning. They've had slow starts offensively so far in this series. Trying to answer the runs scored by Portland in their half of the first inning. 3-2. All right, this is where the rubber hits the road. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. You got 2 aboard. You got Garcia dangerous in the batter's box. Jackie Liss, who may be swinging the best bat for Texas, she's on deck. Way outside. So Maxwell having a hard time hitting mitt right now. She has walked a pair, and the bases are loaded for Texas.
The last 2 pitches were not even close. Sydney Stewart was actually having to try and keep balls in front of her.
We are 5 batters into this first inning. We've had 1 ball put in play, and it went about 10 feet away from home plate. It was the bunt single by Boone. Everything else has been either a strikeout or a walk. And again, Maxwell misses badly. Maxwell seems to be asking Stewart to change her setup. Stewart was set up outside. I think Maxwell just wants her to set up right behind the plate. Oh boy, what a chance for Jackie Liss. All right, Kenzie, you got a young player, Jackie Liss, who is swinging well. Do you allow her to swing 3 balls, no strikes?
No. I'm taking here. You need a big inning. Especially the way that Texas they've had opportunities the last 2 games, just have not been able to come across.
Maxwell gets the benefit of the doubt, 3-1. Down the right field line, that's fair. 1 run scores, 2 runs score. It's a 2-run single for Jackie Liss. Didn't hit it hard, but hit it in the perfect spot.
Yeah, the way that she was able to get to this pitch, look at the location. This is not a strike, this is a ball. This is ball 4, but you'll take 2 runs instead of 1. And just enough in front of Megan Grant out in right field. But how about Jackie Liss? She has been the hottest bat, has had hits in the last 2 games, so has a hit in every game in this series. And because of that, she got bumped up from the 8 to the 7 spots where she kind of has been hanging around. It's a big promotion. Going up a little bit, working your way up.
Here's Sierra Romero. Runners on at the corners for Sierra. The veteran Romero is going to get a chance to think about it. We're going to have a meeting in the circle. We're in the bottom of the first inning, but we already have activity in the Portland Cascade bullpen. They didn't get a lot of length yesterday out of Kenzie Brown, who was the starter, only went 2 1/3. And now backing up Maxwell, we're going to have Carly Hoover, who's going to get ready in a hurry.
Well, we haven't seen Carly Hoover yet for Portland. She joined the team this week, similar to Ali Carda and Deja Mulipola and Mia Davidson, who are all competing in Japan. And so flying over, getting back on U.S. time. So this could be a potential debut for the veteran. I think Portland, I don't think they're going to wait very long. They'll see maybe one more batter from Kelly Maxwell. There are 2 outs on the board.
Maxwell came into this one struggling to find the strike zone consistently. 12 1/3 innings of work coming into this game, 8 walks. She's walked a pair here in the first inning. That's been an issue. There's a quality strike to Sierra Romero. 2 balls and a strike. Now in her 9th pro year, still super dangerous. Couple of homers for Romero. Back-to-back strikes poured in by Maxwell.
That's the pitch I've been looking for. You have to have something on the inner half to open up that outer half. If that's the side that Kelly Maxwell is more comfortable with, you just have to show something on the inner half.
Garcia on at third, Liss at first. Got her to swing at a pitch up by her eyeballs. Maxwell gets out of the inning. But Texas scores their first inning runs of the series. They score a pair.
Kelly Maxwell going upstairs. 3 strikeouts in the inning, but Texas getting on the board. They're in front now, 2-1.
The AUSL is sponsored by Miralax. We're at Del Diamond, Round Rock, Texas. Portland and Texas both scoring in the first inning. It's a 2-1 lead for the Volts over the Cascade. Let's send it down to Maria. Maria, what's going on?
Well, it's hot down here, Eric. Feels like of 99, a humidity over 60%. And because of that, you're going to see players on both teams with these in the dugouts. It's a special cooling device. So a lot of the times the heat leaves your hand. So they'll go into the cooler, grab this, center themselves with both hands, and it'll actually cool down your core body temperature. I saw Allie Carter using one before, and she said it's been great. Usually she just sticks her hand in a cooler, but now she has this special device to help her out, and it's been so crucial, especially with the heat here in Round Rock.
Thank you, Maria. Kenzie, no one's more of a veteran in the heat than you are, born and raised in Arizona.
Yeah.
Do you believe in that thing?
Well, we didn't have it back in my day. I would love it now here in the booth.
First ball swinging. Oh, look at the shortstop. Good! Not quite quick enough to get the speedy Kennedy Powell, who's aboard with a single.
Well, we talked about how Tiare Jennings was scratched from the lineup right before game time, and so a quick shift of the infield. Leanne Good goes to short. Sierra Romero at second base.
So Powell is aboard. Here's Sis Bates. Sis shows bunt, takes a strike. Sis hitting .214. She's got 6 hits on the year, 28 at-bats. She's driven in a run. 0-2. First inning, Portland Cascade sent 6 batters to the plate. They had the home run by Megan Grant. They also had a walk and a hit batter. Right back up the middle, could be 2. There's 1. The throw to first, not in time. Sierra Romero just couldn't get enough on that throw to get the speedy Bates at first base.
That was perfect positioning from Romero up the middle. It's hard to go to your right and then have to reset your momentum and go to your left into your throw. But that's an unproductive out for Portland, and that's a big first out for Texas.
Here's Kendra Falby. Falby now .276 the batting average. She's got 8 hits so far in the first 11 games of her season. And she has run down everything out in center field. This is the Florida Gators section of the lineup, 9-1. Falby followed by Corbiotis. Softly hit, foul. 1-2.
I just love the fact that Corby and Kendra hit together in the lineup in that 9-1 spot, and they also play together in left field and left field and center field rather. It's just fun to see them together as one.
All the way to the backstop. That is 1 base. Can't take 2 unless you were in the process of trying to steal a base. It's one of the adjustments we have here because there's so much territory behind home plate. Let's rule a wild pitch.
You can see that faint line right there.
Called strike 3. That is now 3 strikeouts for Carta. All of them have been strikeouts looking.
And they've all been on the same pitch, the backdoor curve. And this is tough for Kendra Falby because the pitch prior to this one was up over her head, so she's kind of leaning back a little bit. And then Ali Carta just goes low and away with some good velo behind it.
Here's Corbiotis, her second look at Carta. She struck out looking back in the first inning to begin our ball game. Native of Littleton, Colorado. That's suburban Denver. Played collegiately at Louisville and finished off in Florida. It's their second year as a pro. Last year she hit .346 with 2 homers while playing for the Blaze. This year the numbers better across the board as a second-year player.
It was interesting. We were talking to Coach Flowers before the season started and kind of asking, okay, who are the leaders on your team? Probably leaning towards Tori Vidalis or Sis Bates. And she was like, yes, them as well, but also Corby. Corby Otis has a very loud voice. And I was like, oh, okay, it's a little surprising, but not really. If you talk to Corby, just carries herself so differently, but was a rookie a season ago and has kind of taken on that leadership role here in year 2 in this league.
On the ground, Good's gonna have a tough chance. Wow, look at that arm. Leanne Good with a howitzer across the diamond to cut down Corby Otis and end the inning.
Yeah, slotted in at shortstop right before the ball game. But if you know anything about Leanne Good, is she can play any position in the infield. Look at that cannon across the diamond. That's a big time out. we're here at the Sephora Braid Bar. Let's go get our hair braided, see what they're up to.
Sephora is the exclusive beauty partner of the AUSL. The Sephora Braid Bar's got you covered. Reservations available, first come, first served basis. And one of the first people to step in line, Kenzie Fowler. Kenzie, what was it like?
Yeah, it's like, you know, playing in college where you get your hair braided by your teammate before you hit the field. And so Ruby and Maria and I were going down there a couple of days ago. Could have used it today. I'm gonna be honest, a little warm today. Could have used a braid, but we were lucky we got there early because the reservations, as soon as the gates are open, the reservations are pouring in. Everyone is flocking to the Braid Bar to get their hair done. We noticed that you didn't join us.
I did not.
Okay.
I did not. Not enough to work with. I could have taken the glitter. That would have
well, we were
picked it up a
laughing.
notch.
We were laughing so hard because Maria went first, and all of a sudden, purple glitter starts flooding her hair, and she looked at me, and I was like, "Looks great, looks great." But I think the Braid Bar was a little biased because this is the home field for Texas, and so everyone's getting purple glitter whether you ask for it or not. So when I sat down after Maria, I was like, "Okay, I'm no glitter here, just the braid. I'm gonna be on TV a little bit later."
The glitter was not spared there. All right, here's Leanne Good leading things off against Kelly Maxwell. Goodwin, and then Lassiter. Push bunt right side. Safe at first. I'm loving Leanne Good's game so far today. Just made a great defensive play, and this bunt, a thing of beauty.
I love the fact that she was up first, right? Walking off the field defensively with an amazing play and then just showing off her athleticism. Right side, no problem, little sneaky bunt. Tori Vidalis and Sis Bates trying to make it happen, but too much speed down the line.
This is kind of the way it works in pro sports. Good wasn't even supposed to be in our game today. She was not in the original starting lineup. She only got a chance to play when we found out that Tiare Jennings was unavailable to begin the game. And so she's played short. The ball has found her. She's made nice plays. And now she's got an infield single. There's Tiare. Hopefully she's okay.
Well, Leanne Good is doing what exactly GM Kat Osterman drafted her to do, and that's to be a versatile utility backup, someone that can plug and play any position. Knew that she needed someone in the infield, and of course, a Texas on Texas kind of situation there where I'm sure Kat has watched every single game that Leanne has played, playing for Texas, and so she's like, I know exactly what she is capable of. She is the person that we need.
Well, with Good doing her thing, the Texas Volts are looking for a good win. They need one.
Hey.
Lost the first 2 games of this series. They'll take a win any way they can get one. Here's Jaden Goodwin with a bat in her hands. Oh, and she's hit. Number 9 hitter is hit. And so we've got runners on at first and at second with nobody out for Texas.
Okay, so bottom of the lineup doing their thing, doing exactly what they need to do, setting the table, turning the lineup over to the top for the second time. Doesn't feel good.
This is amazing. First time through the lineup, Maxwell has 3 strikeouts, and the other 6 batters have all reached safely, either with a hit, a walk, or being hit with a pitch. That's really hard to do. Here's Jayla Lassiter. Lassiter's got power. She's got 5 hits on the year. 2 of them have been home runs. In a previous generation, this would be a bunt situation. The bunt still lives. 2-0. We saw Carly Hoover getting loose an inning ago. It's not going to take much to get her ready to get in this game. Bunt's popped up and it'll spin foul. A pitcher like Maxwell. Easy, hard. What's it like to bunt off of her?
It's not easy to bunt off of any pitcher in this league. Some of the best rise balls and drop balls. But you've got to be looking zone down. You can't put your bat up. That's always what you're taught, right? Start with your bat at the top of the zone, and if it's above, pull it back. And
Lassiter's in a good spot right here. 3 balls and a strike. Maxwell does not want to walk her and load the bases with nobody out. Bunt laid down. That's a good bunt. So Lassiter sacrifices herself, puts 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out. Women's Sports Sunday rolls on as New York's going to take on Golden State tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on ESPN. Countdown at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time precedes it. Catch it all on ESPN, Disney Plus, and stream it live on the ESPN app. Infield's in. Boone, the batter. Just handed a note. That bunt by Lassiter is a bit of an oddity. She had all of 1 sacrifice bunt as a college player. But as a pro, she's able to get it down. I love it.
I'm always thinking that when I see these All-Americans sacrifice bunt. I'm like, how many bunts did they have in college? Because their job was to be in that, top of the lineup, drive runners in, hit home runs. But at this league, station to station still exists.
Boone singled and scored an inning ago. I always come early to the ballpark and I watch batting practice, and every hitter, no matter who they are, even the biggest power hitters, the first couple pitches they see in BP, they lay down bunts. So sometimes they go through the motions, other times they do it in earnest, but it's nice to see the unexpected happen.
Just want to make sure those young ears out there are listening to that, because you still have to practice your bunts, believe it or not.
I've seen Megan Grant work on her bunting, even though no one's ever going to ask her to bunt for the next 20 years.
And be multifaceted with your bunts. Drag bunt, push bunt, sneaky bunt.
Right back to Maxwell. And they've got the runner on third caught in a pickle. Good is going to be tagged out, and that will allow Boone to move to second and Goodwin to move to third. So Good stayed alive long enough to get everyone into scoring position.
I have no problem with Leanne Good breaking for home there. No harm, no foul. It's one of those things that you're probably talking about. Down ball angle, use your speed, put the pressure on the defense, and for Texas, you end up in the exact same situation that you were in.
So 2 outs now. Here's Aaliyah Binford. Binford swung at a pitch that was in the left-handed batter's box and fouls it away. 5 homers in 37 at-bats for Binford. Struck out an inning ago against Maxwell. Binford did not like that call. Popped up. Sis Bates makes the play, and the side is retired. So Texas, they get the first 2 runners on, but they cannot score. They still lead 2-1 as we head to the 3rd inning. Megan Grant will bat when we come back to Round Rock.
Well, our NCAA single season home run record holder has not skipped a beat here in the AUSL. And Eric, you and I had the privilege of seeing her first pro home run, and I want to see this highlight every single time. One of the biggest swings that we will ever see. We were talking about how that ball would have cleared a couple of MLB stadiums, and she's just kept at it. 5 home runs now. That sits at the top of the league for this rookie. She has officially entered the conversation for Rookie of the Year.
And the world has noticed she has been nominated Best Record-Breaking Performance. Nominated for an ESPY. She hit 42 homers senior year as a UCLA Bruin, the most ever in the history of Division I. She's in pretty good company. Myles Garrett then of the Cleveland Browns, the most sacks in NFL history. And Megan Grant, most homers in Division I history in the same breath. Pretty cool.
Do we know how long Myles, the record that he broke, how long that record stood?
Oh, goodness. I think it was Michael Strahan's record, and it would have been probably late 90s, early 200s.
Okay, so
a couple of decades.
Okay, it's about the same as where Megan Grant, who broke a 31-year record.
Grant, 2 balls, no strikes. There's a strike. It'll be Grant, Stewart, and Davidson, 2, 3, and 4, working against Ali Carta. Grant homered back in the first inning. She now has 5 homers. She's got 7 hits as a pro. 5 of them have been homers. I think one of the cool things, certain programs, I think UCLA, I think Oklahoma, clearly, I think Arizona, the rich history, we're talking about decades of excellence, and all the generations respect each other, both forward and backwards. We're seeing that right now. 2 UCLA Bruins in Carta and Grant. Before you had Grant, you had Carta. Before you had Carta, you had Jelly Selden. You had Amanda Freed. You had Natasha Watley. You had
Try
Stacey
Flowers.
Newman. Sure.
In the first base dugout for Portland.
And the walk is issued. Carta walks Grant. Leadoff batter aboard here in the 3rd inning. Let's check in with Maria.
Well, you guys just talked about a lot of great softball players, and we're always wondering what makes people so great. Megan Grant has incredible process. She actually travels with a weighted sled with her to every venue. There's a bungee cord on it and a 45-pound weight that she uses to move back and forth throughout the outfield or cages grass. In addition, after every at-bat guy, she comes into this dugout and starts taking notes in a notebook. So process-oriented to help her see success.
That is amazing that thing has traveled all over the country already this year. Thank you, Maria. Excellent stuff.
And she's also known for her breathing routine. And so it's, you know, one thing that can stay the same is your routine. Yes, you're transitioning over from college to the pro game, and there's so much chaos going on around you. But if your routine stays the same, you have a great chance of keeping that success rolling.
Just to talk about the commitment to what she's doing. That apparatus has been to Durham, North Carolina. It's been to Salt Lake City. It's currently here in Round Rock. It's going to make the trip to Chicago tomorrow, and then it's going to go to Oklahoma City. This Portland team has been on the road seemingly the entire season. They played 3 home games, and they've been on the road. This is now their 9th road game, and they still have 2 more series before they get back to Portland for the next home game, which is going to be July 7th. Really kooky schedule for Portland. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Stewart. Tied her up inside. Corda gets the strikeout.
Four strikeouts already for the veteran in the circle, Ali Carta, working that backdoor curve in tight to these right-handed hitters for Portland. That's her first strikeout. That's been a swinging strikeout. Every other strikeout was looking on that backdoor.
Here's Mia Davidson. Sit with a pitch back in the 1st inning. Mississippi State star. Considered to be one of the best, if not the best, to ever come out of the state of North Carolina. She is close to the triad, that Durham, Chapel Hill, Raleigh area of North Carolina. Right into the glove of the third baseman, Jackie Liss. 2 down.
Jackie Liss, she's had a lot of action early in this week with her new position, third base. We've seen her at first base the majority of the season for Texas. Of course, that's where she played when she was at Texas Tech. But the Volts losing Amina Vega this week, who had been their everyday third baseman. Amina taking a job in medical sales, and so saying goodbye to her team, and Texas and Coach Woodard having to figure out, okay, where the piece is going to go now.
Kenley Cahalan. That's going to be a tough chance. Yep, there's no way. No way for good to make anything happen there. That ball was hit too far into the hole. It'll be an infield single for Cahalan.
Texas is thinking about it. They're all kind of looking at each other thinking, should we challenge this? This is one.
Yeah. I don't know why Grant went in there standing. If she goes in there with her feet first,
Yep.
There's no question.
You get 2 challenges in the Pro League. It's kind of a lose them if you don't use them. And in the college game, you retain your challenges if you win your challenges, but you just get 2 whether you're right or wrong here.
Yeah, when you go standing, you basically have to slow yourself up to make sure you don't run past the bag.
Ooh, barely.
Yeah, the original call, a good one.
It'll stand.
It is amazing. We truly have an abundance of riches in terms of cameras. All season long, we have not had an angle.
After review, the call in the field is confirmed. Runner is safe. Texas has used 1 challenge, 1 remaining.
All right, so it scored an infield single for Cahalan. Runners on at first and at second, now with 2 outs, and Tori Vidalis will bat. Tori, like the pitcher Ali Carta, an Olympian back in 2021. Vidalis part of Team Mexico.
She was without a doubt going into this season, just looking at the roster, the top veteran bat in this lineup. This is a very young team. A lot of rookies, a lot of second-year players.
That Mexican national team that she played on in 2021 had some talent. Anissa Urtez, the Romeros,
Yep.
Sachel Palacios, Tori Vidalis.
Taylor McQuillan,
Oh,
Danielle O'Toole,
good golly.
Dallas Escobedo, who is still throwing, threw very well yesterday for Utah.
3-1. Vidalis loves this situation. 2 on and a hitter's count. Got sawed off. Carter's got something going on where that ball just shoots in on righties. Here's her 3-2. Popped to right field. Boone makes the play. Side is retired. Again, Portland misses an opportunity. They leave 2 aboard. When we come back, we'll talk about Jackie Liss. She's hitting 3rd in the inning. Jackie Liss comes from a family long in the history of bat and ball sports. Homestanding Texas Volts leading the Portland Cascade 2-1 as we play the bottom of the third inning. You'll see Mulipola, Garcia, and Jackie Liss batting here in the third. With more on Jackie Liss and her family, let's check in with Maria.
Well, we know Jackie Liss is hitting pretty well right now, and it always helps to have a family who played the sport or the sport adjacent like baseball. Her grandfather, Joe Sr., 8 seasons in the major leagues, guys, and then her father, Joe Jr., reached the AAA. Oh, and then Aunt Becky played softball at SIU. Now, I did ask Jackie who the best hitter was out of all of them, and she said, according to her dad, it's her. So she's not even taking the credit herself. Her dad verifies that she is indeed the best bat in the family.
Hey, that's great. Fantastic stuff. Jackie Liss has had a nice weekend, and people are starting to notice. She was hitting 8th in the lineup when we first came to town. She's moving up. She's now hitting the 6th spot out of respect for what she's done.
I remember watching Jackie Liss in 2023. I think it was back-to-back NCAA regional appearances for Southern Illinois, and they were in that Utah regional, and she hit the ball all over the place. So it's fun to see her in the AUSL. And Portland making a change.
Hey, we got a new pitcher. Carly Hoover is going to replace Kelly Maxwell. And it's not going to be an easy situation for Hoover. She's going to face 4, 5, and 6 in the lineup. Mulipola, Garcia, and then Liss. Carly just coming over from playing in Japan.
I'm excited to see Carly go to work. We didn't really get to see her as much as we thought we would a season ago with the Blaze. Was battling some injuries. And so a fresh season, of course, playing in Japan.
Those numbers are great.
Threw a lot, almost 100 innings.
Not good, great. 96 innings, 141 strikeouts.
Low ERA, and it just adds to the staff for Portland, because Portland going into the series was the second best pitching staff in the league without Carly Hoover. And you add the talented arm that she brings, the All-American from LSU, who has been in the pro game for a long time.
So the first 2 pitches, balls. She comes right back with 2 strikes. Mulipola does not move her feet at all in between pitches. She is just locked in that right-handed batter's box.
It's like Aubrey Leach. They both do the same thing where they just stand in the box the entire time.
Good at bat from Mulipola. Lead-off walk. She's aboard for the 2nd time.
A 2nd straight walk as well.
Got one defensive change to tell you about. Megan Grant has been lifted defensively. Allie Newland has come into the game. That's Allie. Here's Rachel Garcia. Rachel, first time up, walked.
Come on, Rachel.
Ball had some tail on it. 71, breaking away and up. Carly still brings it. It's fun to see her and Ali Carta, 2 longtime veterans, 70 plus, almost every other pitch.
Strikes out Garcia on 3 pitches.
First strikeout of the season for Carly. And this at-bat was pretty simple. It was just away, away, away. Keeping it down, 70 miles an hour. Working that river to precision.
Here's Jackie Liss, takes high and outside. Kenzie, we've seen this in a number of situations throughout the course of this year and in years past. It's not just a new pitcher coming into the game. It's a whole new battery. We saw Carly Hoover warming up in the bullpen with Mia Davidson, and now Davidson comes in along with her.
Yeah, I like it. Get Mia some first action behind the plate, get her in there defensively, and also at the same time, give your rookie Sydney Stewart a break, who has been catching almost every single game for Portland in this young season.
1-1 pitch. There goes the runner down to second. A little sneak attack from Mulipola. And Deja has her first stolen base of the year. She's in scoring position.
Deja Mulipola, she's a 5-tool player. She's got a ton of speed. Yes, a catcher. Throw was a little bit off, but showing off her speed and getting into scoring position.
List drove in a pair with a single back in the first inning. Off the end of the bat. You're gearing up for low 70s, and then 61 comes in, and it's almost like you're swing twice.
It's also in that same zone, almost like an off-speed curve. So your eyes see it in that same wheelhouse. You're like, all right, okay, it's going to be that curveball, and then it just kind of hangs.
Here's another 2-2. There is a base open. Sierra Romero is on deck. She's waiting behind Liss. Pulled down the left field line. Foul territory. Look at that play by Otis. How did she get that? That ball was actually hit on a line, and Otis caught it in foul territory.
Incredible catch. And she made it look really easy, showing off her speed, getting to this ball so quickly. It gets tight on you, the fence there, and she just runs right into it. Yeah, it's a good look.
That is incredible quickness on the part of Corby Otis.
And she got it in really quick, keeping Deja Mulipola at second base.
Sierra Romero bats. A lot of times when you talk to outfield coaches and the way they shade outfielders, you don't want to be able to catch a foul ball that is a line drive down the line. That means you're probably too close to the line and you're giving up too much of the alley. But Otis just simply ran that down with her speed. 1-1 strike to Romero. Hoover doesn't seem to like her landing area. She's been very meticulous the way that she's been moving that dirt around.
I'm gonna be honest, sometimes that's just a habit. I was kind of one that did that. I would just kind of play with the dirt a little bit.
Romero to right field. Easy play for Allie Newland. Welcome to the game. And the side is retired. So Carly Hoover, she walks the first batter she faces and then retires Garcia, Liss, and Romero.
Ali Carta, the veteran, this is her first week with her new team, and she has been shoving it. 4 strikeouts, a couple of them looking. She's been keeping the ball low in the zone, working her backdoor curve and her screwball, pushing 70 miles an hour, and giving her team a chance.
This is an important game for the Volts. This is going to be their final game of this homestand. They're going to be on the road. They're going to take on the team with the best record in the league in Utah over the next couple of days. And to have Ali Carta pitching the way that she can, that's going to make a big difference in the prospects for the remainder of the season. Just looking at the players right there, you got Carta, you got Garcia, 2 of the best arms of their generation.
Yeah. Also, just looking out at the infield for Texas, it's been a lot of rotation with different players coming in, coming out, injuries. We've got Jackie Liss, of course, new third baseman this week. Tiare Jennings was scratched in the lineup, so Leanne Good moves over. We've seen Sierra Romero, who's playing second base. We've seen her a lot at first base this season for Texas.
Kennedy Powell leads things off. She has at least 1 hit in every game so far in this weekend series. Infield single back in the 2nd inning. That was in a leadoff role as well. To the third baseman, Liss, who throws on the run. Nice stretch by the first baseman, Garcia. It's quick out number 1. Getting the leadoff batter out has been a rarity for both sides in this game. We've had a lot of base runners. We haven't had a 1-2-3 inning yet.
Good little throw on the run there.
Here's Sis. Swings to the first pitch and pops it foul off the screen. Next pitch from Carta will be the 60th pitch, not be 61st.
Oh, you're 1 too late.
She's trending the right way. She had to throw 20 pitches in the first inning.
Yes.
27 combined in the 2nd and the 3rd.
We have not had a clean inning yet on either side.
Carter didn't like that pitch. Wasn't competitive. 2-1. Slapped into left center field. Classic Sis Bates. So Sis is aboard with a 1-out single. Now Monday Night Baseball is set as the Rangers are going to take on the Guardians tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on ESPN. You can also stream it anytime on the ESPN app. Game will be played in Cleveland, Ohio, hard along the shores of Lake Erie. First ball swinging, that is a fair ball. Falby's got herself extra bases. On her way to third goes Bates. She'll make it with a slide. 1-out double for Kendra Falby, and all of a sudden Portland's in business.
Well, that's the first time in this game that we've seen back-to-back base hits. Portland has had a hit in every single inning. They just have not been able to pass the bat and string them together. What a time to do it here. Only 1 out, bottom of the lineup does its job. And you turn it over to the big bats. Corby Otis, who has a home run already in this series, and Megan Grant right behind her, who has already gone yard today.
We're going to have a quick pitching change. Texas wants to try a new look with this threat mounting for the Portland Cascade. These are the 2 players we're talking about. Falby and Otis have been together for a while, both as college players and now in the pros.
Yeah, they were so excited to be on the same team again. Didn't know if that would ever be the case. And of course, you're drafted. You're like, oh my gosh, we get to run it back. So much success at Florida. And there they are, ready to go.
Well, we are going to have a pitching change. Jessica Mullins will come on and pitch for the 3rd consecutive game here over the weekend for Texas. We'll step aside. We'll come back. We'll tell you more about the right-hander. New pitcher Jessica Mullins comes on. Mullins pitching for the 3rd consecutive game this weekend against Portland.
She's been used in this relief role. It's kind of been her job to come in and either close a game out or be that middle relief pitcher.
And the first pitch gets away from the catcher and will allow a run to score. Oh, baby toe! Safe at home! What aggressive base running by Falby.
Oh, we got to watch this back. That was fun. Let's watch Kendra Falby. She's at second base, and she's looking, she sees it, and you see that long stride just kick it into gear.
It scored a wild pitch, and 2 runners score. Portland leads by a run. Wow. What a way to come into the game, Jessica Mullins. There's her first strike, 2-1 to Otis. Inning started with a bounce out by Kennedy Powell, the single by Bates, the double by Falby. And now a wild pitch scores 2. Otis walks. Oh boy. Things are not going to get much easier anytime soon for Mullins. She has just walked Otis to get to Megan Grant. Grant homered back in the 1st inning. That was against Allie Carta. She walked in the 3rd. Division I's all-time leader in single-season homers, finishing with 42 this past spring for UCLA.
I haven't seen her hit with 2 strikes very often.
Hammered, deep center field, looking up. That ball is gone again. Another homer for Grant. 2nd homer of the ball game, and Portland now leads 5-2. How good is Megan Grant? Good golly. She's different than most.
So strong. 2nd home run of this ball game, her 6th of the season, and now she stands alone at the top. This rookie just goes upstairs to get this 2-strike pitch, rise ball, and there is not a pitch that Megan Grant, her hands can't get to, and it's off the top of the fence.
Allie Newland's now going to bat for the first time. Newland came on defensively an inning ago. She's going to bat in the spot that was occupied by Sydney Stewart. This game is turned on its heel. A 4-run 4th for the Cascade. For a team that struggles to score, Cascade just a .225 batting average. That is dead last in the AUSL. When they do score, they seem to score in bunches.
Well, they've talked about their chemistry. Portland, it was like a key value for them going into this season, being a new team, new kids on the block, the expansion group, and they have leaned on that chemistry. Knew that they were going to be young as well, and so Coach Flower is looking to the veterans of Tori Vidalis and Sis Bates and maybe even a Corby Otis to say, what do you guys want to do? What should we focus on? And they were like, team chemistry first. Team chemistry, and they knew how good their pitching would be. They knew they had a Sam Landry, a Kelly Maxwell, Carly Hoover, so they were going to be fine in the circle, and so they just wanted to make sure that connectivity piece was the key part of their team.
2 outs now in the inning. Megan Grant is standing by with Maria.
Megan, we've talked a lot about your process. One thing you do is go and write in that notebook after every at-bat. What will you write this time?
Just charting pitches, you know, looking at tendencies whenever I can. Like I said, the game's very hard, especially in this league, so just making sure I'm being very intentional with every single at-bat.
Thank you.
Thank you.
She's not giving us the secrets.
She's got 8 hits on the season. 6 of them have gone over the fence. Man. Those 6 homers, she has now leapfrogged Maya Brady and Leah Binford. She's got the most homers in the AUSL. Mia Davidson lined out to third her last time up. Mullins goes to 3-2 on Davidson. Portland has been road warriors. This is now their 9th road game. They're 6-2 away from home. By far and away the most road wins of any team in the AUSL, and they've needed to be good on the road because they played so many games on the road. Catches made by the pitcher Mullins, and the side is retired. But the big story today has been the power bat of Megan Grant.
Yeah, not just 1 home run, but 2 home runs for this rookie. This is what she did her entire career at UCLA, and we've seen it a couple of times today. The big power bat of Megan Grant is here. Let's pay attention.
Well, we're going to do it again tomorrow night. Athletes Unlimited Softball League comes your way from Oklahoma City. It's going to be the Carolina Blaze taking on the Spark. That's a 7 p.m. Eastern Time start. Catch the matchup live on ESPN2 and stream all the action on the ESPN app.
It's a team in Carolina that had a getaway game against Utah yesterday. And taking a look at the power bats in this league, and look who is alone now at the top with 2 home runs in our game today. Sammy Williams, she had a big home run yesterday for Chicago. Offensively, that team just absolutely going off, scoring 14 runs. There she is, she's journaling. But she won't tell us what, and that's okay.
Portland as a team has 10 home runs. Grant has 6 of them.
Let's go!
So different than everyone else. Now Carly Hoover is working with a lead.
Let's go, good! You got
Hoover
this.
coming on in place of Kelly Maxwell. She'll face 8, 9, and 1. Leanne Good, followed by Goodwin and Lassiter. One ball, one strike. Good singled back in the second inning.
Let's go!
She's earned her keep defensively. She played a nice shortstop today.
been fun to watch Leanne Good be in her home state, of course, playing for Texas, winning a couple of national titles. And when her name is announced, the roar of the crowd is just different. We touched on this a couple of days ago, but the two loudest cheers for Texas are Leanne Good and Nyjah Kennedy.
Good stays alive on that 70-mile-an-hour pitch. I really like watching Hoover throw. Not only throw, but just her mannerisms when she's in the circle. She is so meticulous about everything on her body, from the wristbands that she has on to the glove that she's wearing to the dirt in front of her, trying to control everything.
No way. Two different cleats?
Why not? Everything's got to be perfect. Got to find the perfect shoe, even if they're different right to left. What did you see when Mia Davidson had both arms out right there? If you're a pitcher, what does that mean?
To be honest, it's probably a visual that Carly likes, or something that Mia likes to do just to relax a pitcher a little bit, kind of center them. Just say, hey, focus up, bring it in, zone it in.
Half swing, Vidalis makes the play. Tori read it beautifully. First out here in the 4th inning.
A little check swing here, going in high and tight. Good read by Tori. And this just shows the power that Carly Hoover is pitching with. Leanne Good didn't even get to contact, and that ball got all the way to Tori Vidalis at first base.
Jaden Goodwin hit with a pitch. That was by Kelly Maxwell in the 2nd inning. Almost hit with that pitch.
Come on, Jaden! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
2 balls, no strikes. After the game, Texas is going to head out to the mountains, and they're going to take on Utah. It's the beginning of a 5-game road trip. They're going to go to Salt Lake City, and then they're going to go to Chicago. It's going to be the 2nd time that they've seen Utah. They got swept against the Talons back in the middle part of June. How good is Utah? Utah is just so good. Good golly. But these are important games. Texas has kind of painted themselves into the corner. You play 25 games. They've already played 12. They need to start picking up wins, series wins, and series sweeps. The time is now for Texas to come alive.
See if Texas can do what Portland did a couple of weeks ago, where Portland went into Utah and swept the Talons. And of course, the Talons, even though they had that sweep against the Cascade, they have stayed at the very top of the standings, and they're starting to really separate themselves from the herd, or I should say flock in their case.
I get it. Second baseman Sis Bates doesn't make too many mistakes. She throws out Goodwin. And Carly Hoover, after walking the first batter that she faced in the 3rd inning, has now retired 5 in a row.
Well, we have not had a 3-up, 3-down on either side. We'll see.
Here's Lassiter. There's one small thing that you can see if you're watching Carly Hoover that is different than most any other pitcher you're ever going to see. Her glove actually has holes in it in the webbing. Most pitchers have a flush glove just because they don't want anyone to look inside their glove and see how they're possibly manipulating the ball. Now, she clearly does a good job of hiding it, but most pitchers usually have gloves where you can't see through the webbing. Hers, you can.
Yeah, I never had a glove with open webbing like that, because you just don't want to have anyone have any extra looks. I like the look too. The inside is pink.
What grip did you have as your kind of standard grip every time you grabbed the ball?
Two-seam or four-seam. So if you're spinning an up pitch, usually it's a two-seam grip. If you're spinning a drop ball, or I threw my changeup off a four-seam as well. Screwball I also threw off of a four-seam, but you want to just try and limit as many grips and condense it, because the more grips you have, the easier it is to be picked. And when you get to the D1 level, you start to get picked very quick. Like game one, I was like, oh shoot, they are staring at my hand. I did not feel this in club ball. I did not feel this in high school. I better make sure I know exactly what I'm doing.
Let's go, Bulls!
3 balls and a strike to Lassiter. You played for the great Mike Andre. I can only imagine he was probably staring at you as well. He was trying to pick
in
you
scrimmages.
as well, just to make sure that you understood, hey, you know, people are looking, and if I can see it, the other team can see what you're throwing.
Yes, but also him being our hitting coach, I feel like sometimes he was trying to pick me so his offense would beat us, because it was like that inner team, you know, you had that scrimmage and the competition. Like, I want my hitters to hit. I don't care if the pitcher's on my own team. And of course it makes you better though as a pitcher, but I always joke with him, like when I had a good day during scrimmages, he was not happy because that means his hitters weren't doing well.
3 balls and 2 strikes.
And at the end of the day, he'll come over and a coach will kind of slap you on the back like, hey, you had a good scrimmage today. Thanks, coach. Made me feel good.
Hoover better hurry. Pitch clock is down to 4. Wow, that's a veteran. Oh my goodness! She waits till the last possible moment to pour a pitch past Lassiter. That is a pro. Carly Hoover, how do you do?
And that is our first 3-up, 3-down inning in this ball game. The veteran Carly Hoover just shoving this curveball on the outer half. Yes, the clock was down to 0, but she got the strikeout.
Now the youngest team, the expansion, Portland Cascade, they're doing something really special this year. They have a chance to sweep a weekend series. They currently lead 5-2 over the Volts. Megan Grant has been aboard 3 consecutive times. She's got 2 homers. She now leads the league with 6 home runs on the season. Pretty impressive stuff. All right, we've made it to the 5th inning. We will have Kenley Cahalan, Tori Vidalis, and Kennedy Powell batting against Jessica Mullins. Mullins came on mid-inning an inning ago. Gave up the last home run to Megan Grant. I think it's so much fun to watch Mullins throw. She is not huge by any stretch of the imagination, but you see the radar readings. You see 68, 69. Makes you wonder where it comes from.
Well, she loves to get after it in the weight room. Takes a lot of pride in coming into every season in shape. Was an All-American at Texas State, so played for Coach Woodard. But yeah, she brings it.
For people who watch a ton of softball, you may recognize, I see it a little bit, she's got the same hop on her follow-through that the great Danielle Laurie had when she was an All-American and Player of the Year out at Washington. Danielle had that hop when she would let the ball fly.
Okay, pitching coach.
Danielle could go. I saw the best of Danielle Laurie. Man, she was special.
With as much pitching and softball that you've called and watched, you could probably give some pointers to some young ones. Yeah, you could. This is what it looks like. Do that.
Knocked down, picked up, not in time. Oh, like a changeup. Mullins tried to flip it to first, and the ball just never really left her hand. It slowly made it over, and Garcia didn't catch it in time. It'll be an infield single.
Oh, that's so tough for Mullins. You're working so hard in the circle, and you just trying to get it. And this is what being a lefty, an advantage in our sport. Just one step, a little bit quicker than maybe a right-handed hitter would have been.
That is ruled an infield base hit. Actually, I take that back. I just see a 1 up on the scoreboard. So that's going to be an error. And to be honest, Mullins probably doesn't mind taking the error because that means if the runner does come around to score, it's an unearned run.
And you have to flush that really quickly as a pitcher. You're feeling all that frustration, not trying to get that leadoff runner on, and you feel a good pitch with a good result. Like, man, I wanted that one back.
TV Tori Vidalis playing in front of a lot of family and friends. She is a native Texan. Played collegiately at Texas A&M. 0 for 2 so far this afternoon. Ball skips and gets away from the catcher, and a 1-base advancement for Cahalan. That will be a wild pitch.
There's a lot of Texas ties in this matchup with Tori at the plate. Of course, growing up in Texas, but playing at A&M, and then Jessica Mullins pitching at Texas State. Both GMs for this team. Jamie Loprise from Texas A&M, that's where she played, and of course, Kat Osterman at Texas.
Yeah, if you're trying to come up with an elite softball league and you didn't include Texans, you would not have an elite softball league. Texas is huge. Everything revolves around Texas Valley these days in the softball world. For the Cascade coming here to town, this is a fun weekend for Kennedy Powell and Tori Vidalis. Tori hits this one well. Right field. Boone surrounds it, makes the play. Tagging from second, going to third is Cahalan. That's one of the small things that Portland has done that has allowed them to go 7-4, even though they're last in the league in team batting average. They find a way to get the base runners from first to second, from second to third. When they're third, they score them.
They have executed the little details to perfection. We've seen it on defense, getting lead out. We've seen it on offense, some sacrifice bunts, hitting behind the runner.
And I think one of the fun things for me is I remember Taraya Flowers as a player, and she was a right-handed middle-of-the-order bat who was usually asked to hit the ball to the fence or over the fence, yet she's got a team that is playing a different style than what she used to play. And that's, to me, the greatness of a coach is take what you got, don't mold it after yourself, mold it to what the best possibility of what they can be as players.
Yeah, she's looked like she's really enjoyed her time being the head coach for the new expansion team, and we have some phenomenal head coaches in this league. Of course, Ricky Woodard has been a longtime head coach at Texas State, has been there a couple of decades. But yeah, for Taraya, I mean, Taraya's from Tucson. A lot of people don't know that. Played at UCLA, but from Tucson. So that's my hometown. And, you know, I was about 10 when she was leaving Tucson to go play for UCLA. And I was like, oh, we can do this. We can come from Tucson and play at the highest level. I want to be like Taraya.
We're going to have a pitching change. Jessica Mullins is going to be lifted with runners onto the corners and one out. We're going to see Aaliyah Binford come in to throw. So we'll take a timeout. We come back. We will talk about Aaliyah and what she brings to the circle. Get ready for some high-energy fun. The Savannah Bananas and the Party Animals are going to go head-to-head in banana ball action today at 4 p.m. Eastern Time on ABC, Disney Plus, and streaming live on the ESPN app. New pitcher coming on. It's going to be Aaliyah Binford. She inherits runners on at first and at third. Her first pitch to Sis Bates misses outside. Binford has been busy, both with the bat in her hands and in the circle this year for the Volts.
Yeah, and this is where she has been called upon almost every single game this season. We've seen Aaliyah Binford at some point enter the game in relief.
Could be two. They get the out at there, and they get the out at first. What a great job by Sierra Romero. She got the runner going by, and then she gets Bates at first. It's a 4-3 twin kill. How about Aaliyah Binford? Comes in, those two pitches, get 2 outs.
This is what a drop ball specialist wants. Roll it up. Sierra Romero going for the tag. Oh, I think they're going to rule that Kennedy Powell was out of the base path, so this double play could stand.
Taraya Flowers is challenging this. I thought it was relatively clear that the base runner did move out of the baseline.
I haven't seen the signal, though. I've just seen Coach Flowers just chatting it up about it.
Well, the Volts have left the field defensively. I think they're just talking. I don't think this is a challenge.
And I'm not sure that's a reviewable challenge. I think if the rule is that the umpires saw that the base runner left the base running lane, that's a judgment call, and you just roll with it. And so I'm sure Coach Flowers was asking, did anybody else have a better view? No, and the double play will stand.
All right, so it's official. We move on. Portland leads 5-2 over Texas. Made it to the bottom of the fifth inning. It's a 5-2 score. Portland on top of Texas. Portland trying to sweep this three-game weekend series. Texas has not scored since the first inning. The last two innings, scoreless innings. Carly Hoover has been impressive coming out of the pen. With more on Hoover, let's check in with Maria.
I've done the hard-hitting journalism, guys. The two different cleats. Here's the story. One broke before the game, so she had to call a quick audible and put on another shoe. But it seems to be working so far. And what's also been working for Carly Hoover are the conversations that she's having in the dugout. Almost that entire half inning when her team was on offense, she talked to Mia Davidson about her mechanics, about where she wanted to throw pitchers coming into this next half inning. And so the meeting of the minds has been so much fun to watch. She even said to Mia, I just love talking about pitching. I miss this.
Awesome stuff. Thank you, Maria. 2, 3, and 4. Boone, Binford, and Muli Pola scheduled to bat in the fifth inning. What's the best thing you've seen Carly Hoover do since she's come into the game, Kenzie?
Pitch location and where she's just worked side to side, low in the zone, around knee height.
One hopper. Kennedy Powell throws out Riley Boone. Looking at some numbers, this year Portland as a team defensively, they have made 7 errors. This is now their 12th game. It's not just the fact they don't make errors, they seem to always make the right play. They're not caught in bad situations defensively. Their defense has been as good as their pitching has been, and that has been key to their success. Aaliyah Binford, the busiest player in the AUSL. Middle of the order hitter every game for Texas, and she's now appeared in 8 games as a pitcher. It is hard to walk her. She now has 38 at-bats on the year. She's not walked. Would you know that as a pitcher, Kenzie?
I would hope so. Those are the little things you have to do your homework with and just watch a little film, look at some stats.
On 3 pitches, Hoover strikes out Binford.
And I think pitchers are starting to figure out that Aaliyah Binford is a very aggressive, almost swings at the first pitch every single time. And so if you're a veteran like Carly Hoover, someone gives you that nugget or you've been watching some film, okay, let's expand very quickly.
Deja Mulipola. She's walked twice. Walked and scored back in the first inning. Walked and stole a base in the third, but was stranded. We're in the bottom of the fifth inning. Looking ahead to the sixth, we were going to see Portland send Megan Grant to the plate. She's going to be the 3rd hitter in the 6th inning. Grant already has 2 homers in the game. You don't see 3-homer games very often. Will they pitch to her? Hope so. 2-1. Another good strike. Hoover walked the first batter she faced. She's since retired 8 in a row.
This is kind of giving the same vibes that we saw yesterday with the relief outing for Portland with Peyton Gottschall, who came in and just calmed things down, different look, a veteran presence, shut the door.
Swung on and missed. That is now 4 strikeouts for Carly Hoover. 3 shutout innings thrown for Hoover.
Oh, she's in a groove now. This is back-to-back 3-up, 3-down innings, and she's just working that low pitch to set up this pitch, the rise ball. Getting Deja Mulipola a big swing and miss, strikeout number 4.
When we come back, Megan Grant looking for another golden moment. She's already had 2 homers today. What about number 3?
And with this golden ticket, we want to say congratulations, Megan Grant.
Megan, you have been striving for this moment from the day you stepped on this campus. To have your dream come true is something that is not by luck. You've put the work in, you've respected the game, so don't you ever forget who you are and where you came from.
Those golden ticket moments, just fantastic. Well, who's heading to the 2026 AUSL All-Star Cup? You decide. Head to theausl.com right now to pick your top 10 players. You can vote once a day, every day, up until June 30th. So it's coming up to send the league's best to the All-Star Cup in Rosemont in August. See your favorite players on the field. Vote today, theausl.com/vote. Right now, these are the leaders at the halfway point. That's a lot of young players. First pitch of our 6th inning is nubbed to the third baseman. Jackie List makes the play. Kendra Falby is out number 1.
Well, while you're voting for either Sis Bates or Tiari Jennings or Megan Grant, make sure you're also voting for Megan for her ESPY nomination. So if you're online, let's do both. Vote for your favorite players for the All-Star Cup, but also give Megan Grant a vote for her ESPY.
Grant will hit after Corby Otis. Grant already with 2 homers. No one has ever hit 3 homers in an AUSL game. And Binford's the type of competitor, as long as her head coach Ricky Woodard thinks it's okay, she's going to go right after Grant. I've never noticed Binford to be afraid of any moment. Here's Corby Otis. Walked and scored back in the 4th inning. Off-speed pitch, a beauty. 50 miles per hour on that changeup. Another off-speed pitch popped up at the plate, caught by Mulipola. 2 down. All right, here we go. Megan Grant strides to the plate. Already 2 homers this afternoon. Not surprising, Binford comes right at her.
Well, and I think we could see a ton of changeups in this at-bat. Obviously, we saw Binford go back-to-back with that off-speed pitch against Corby Otis.
First 2 pitches taken for strikes.
Well, remember what the count was on her last home run. It was 0-2.
Oh my goodness, that was tempting.
It's a good pitcher spot. Definitely not a strike, but it's a great pitch with intention of where you're wanting it to be, which is low and away.
Two balls and 2 strikes. Hit off the end of the bat. This will stay in the yard. Run down by Riley Boone. So hats off to Aaliyah Binford. She was not afraid of trying to slay the dragon. She does. Binford retires Grant. It's a 1-2-3 inning. Portland leads 5-2. To the bottom of the 6th we go.
It's been so much fun to watch the debut for Carly Hoover with Portland. 4 strikeouts. She came in on relief in the 3rd inning, and she has absolutely just kept this game in check. Back-to-back 3-up, 3-down innings. The All-American from LSU has been working her curveball, setting up that low zone to go upstairs with the rise, and you can just tell the way that she's carried herself in her first outing for Portland. She's been ready for this moment.
Yeah, she walked Mulipola, and then 9 consecutive have been set down, 4 of the 9 via the K. It's almost an abundance of riches for Portland. They came into this game second to only Utah in team ERA, 2.56. But if you could put Hoover into this mix, both as a starter and as a reliever.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
The way that Sam Landry is pitching right now through a 2-hitter in game 1 of this series, and Kenzie Brown has kind of been that young arm, the breakout star for Portland.
First ball swinging, Rachel Garcia hits it to Vidalis, who smothers it on a short hop. A quick first out here in our 6th inning. ESPN's live coverage of the championships. Wimbledon begins tomorrow morning with day 1 matches. American Jessica Pegula takes the court at 6 a.m. Eastern time, and defending gentlemen's champion Yannick Sinner will be on center court at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. And how about this? Tuesday morning on ESPN, Serena Williams makes a return to major tennis. All Wimbledon matches and courts will stream live on the ESPN app each day. Serena Williams is back at it. I love it when athletes don't factor age in and then just continue to play until they can't play anymore.
Yeah, I will be tuning in, and I don't regularly tune into tennis. I mean, I will watch it when it's like the big championships moments are on, right? I'm just like a fan of sports. But Serena is Serena, right?
She's been Serena all her life. Here's Jackie Liss. 1 for 2, drove in a pair back in the 1st inning. Those are the only runs scored by Texas. Texas does not have a history of making late inning comebacks. This season, when trailing after the 4th inning. They're 0-5. 0-6 when trailing after 5 innings. Maybe today's the day. Sis Bates. 2 down.
Well, and just the balls that have been put in play against Carly Hoover have been very weak contact. She hasn't given up a hit, but anything that's been hit to her defense has just kind of been like that ground ball to Sis Bates. Off the end of the bat, late.
Here's Sierra Romero, 0 for 2. Kenzie, just curious, how much ego do pitchers have? When you were at your best, if you had 21 outs and they all were ground ball outs, would you be kind of chapped? Do you need a strikeout here and then to kind of make you feel good?
No, not at this level.
Okay.
Yeah. You need a 0 on the board.
That is a veteran move that Hoover does frequently. She knows that the pitch clock will start the minute she gets the ball, so she turns her back to her catcher, Davidson, and doesn't get the ball while she's kind of doing her groundskeeping.
She has not missed in that river spot. She has been so key with her location. Ooh. I like that spot.
And again, refusing to take the ball until she's absolutely ready. To me, one of the joys of watching the AUSL is watching these players understand who they are and the game that they're playing. The mental aspect of it all. All right, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Hoover working to Sierra Romero. Leading by 3, Hoover does not want to be issuing any walks. Texas has just 3 hits. Time's running out.
Well, she's just keeping it low and away, forcing Sierra Romero to go get it. Nothing has been inside. It's been curve low, a couple of off speeds here and there.
Volts haven't had a hit since the 2nd inning. Went too far. Romero strikes out. That is punch out number 5 for Carly Hoover.
The last 12 batters, it has been 3 up, 3 down. 3 innings in a row. Carly Hoover is showing us why she is a veteran. Been there, done that, but we haven't seen her in the AUSL. We only saw her a little bit a season ago, but Portland is happy to have this veteran on their staff.
The AUSL is sponsored by Miralax. We've made it to the 7th inning here in Round Rock, Texas. Tomorrow night, AUSL will send Carolina and Oklahoma City against each other in OKC. It's the Blaze, it's the Spark, 7 Eastern time is your first pitch. Catch the matchup live on ESPN2 and stream all the action on the ESPN app.
Could be a matchup of a couple of rookie pitchers. Carlin Pickens for the Blaze and Maya Johnson for the Spark. And what a rookie class that we have this season. Season 2 for the AUSL. These arms, of course, we've seen Kenzie Brown in this series for Portland and Nyjah Kennedy. And then Taylor Tinsley, her first outing for the Talons, who, I mean, that team is just absolutely loaded with pitching. And what does Taylor Tinsley do in her first outing for her rookie debut? A complete game shutout.
We've had a bunch of complete games. It's been so much fun to watch. We've had a nice one today. 5-2 is our score. The Cascade on top of the Volts. Allie Newland bats for the second time. There's been a hole in this Portland lineup here in the 3 spot. Both Sydney Stewart and Allie Newland combined 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Others have contributed, mainly Megan Grant, who's got the 2 homers today and has driven in 3 of the 5 runs for the Cascade. Aaliyah Binford continues to throw for Texas. She's faced 4 batters and recorded 5 outs. How do you do that? Well, she rolled a double play. She came into the game with runners on a first and a third in the 5th inning and got Sis Bates to hit into a double play.
See her shaking a pitch there. Wanting something different.
On the ground, backhanded by Garcia.
Wanted the changeup, and she got it. Nice play by Rachel.
Here's Mia Davidson. 0 for 2. She's reached base. Getting hit with a pitch back in the 1st inning. High drive right center field. Did she? She did! Lassiter makes the play! Jayla Lassiter takes a home run away from Davidson. That ball was over the fence.
Wow. I thought that she had no chance on this, but she goes all the way back to the fence and she times her jump perfectly. And who is there to hype her up? Well, of course, the hype man for Texas, Riley Boone. She's loving up her center fielder. Woo, that was fun.
Truly saved the run. Great play by Lassiter. 2 outs now. Lassiter has been impressive so far in this weekend series. Her team has a chance of getting swept, but Lassiter has done good things defensively in left field and out center, and also with a bat in her hands. One ball, one strike to Kenley Cahalan. Into left, routine. Goodwin makes the play. Side is retired. So Binford really good out of the pen. She throws 2 2/3, scoreless. Gets some help from her defense too. Jayla Lassiter making it happen.
Well, Portland came into this series, and they were a team that was known for their pitching. Offense has been a little bit slow at times to score, but this weekend, the offense has found its groove. And you know who else has found their groove and has been in the middle of that offense? Well, it's the rookie Megan Grant. That's 3 home runs on the series, and she's batting in that 2 spot, and Portland surrounding her has been putting up some numbers to kind of go with those big home runs. And of course, the shutdown pitching that Portland has is so much fun to watch.
Texas has a grand total of 3 hits. That's through 6 innings. They still have 3 more outs to make something happen, but they're in danger of getting swept here at home. We've got more AUSL coming your way later tonight on MLB Network. We've got the Bandits, we've got the Spark, and then we'll do it again tomorrow. It's going to be the Blaze starting a series against the Spark out in OKC. That's going to be on ESPN2. And then on Tuesday, Kenzie, you and I are going to be out in Salt Lake City. We're going to get a chance to see that wonderful Talons team.
Yeah, sign me up for some Montana Fouts, Megan Framo, Georgina Korik. She's back from Japan, last year's Pitcher of the Year.
I'm up for Hannah Flippin. I'm in the Hannah Flippin business. If she's on your team, you've got a chance to be great.
Yeah, she was back this week, was on the IR for a little bit, but she was playing for Utah at second base this week.
All right, Leanne Good will try and get the Volts off to a good start. Carly Hoover has been magnificent. She is retired the last 12 in a row. Because she came into this game so early, she started the 3rd inning. She's actually the pitcher of record. If this score holds and Portland wins, she will be the winning pitcher. Went too far. 2 balls and a strike. Goodwin, and then top of the order, Lassiter, scheduled to bat against Hoover. It's almost as if momentum in the series changed in the 7th inning of our game on Friday. Volts had a 1-0 lead that they carried into the 7th inning. Rachel Garcia was lights out, but somehow the tables were turned. Portland scored 3 7th inning runs, and they haven't looked back ever since. Hoover fields her position well, 1 down.
When we talked to Coach Flowers before this series, she talked to us about how her team was playing too tight, and she was kind of frank with us, like, we need to shake it up a little bit. And so they did some things differently in practice. They were here a day early, and so they had a full day to watch the Bandits play the Volts on Wednesday and have some time to get that, whether it's bullpen work for the pitchers or BP for the hitters. But they said they changed up their warm-up. They got rid of the warm-ups that they normally do, the small stuff, and they went right into BP, and they went into it cold and said, we need to shake it up because we are being too tight and playing too tight, trying to be too perfect. But to your point, they were very tight until that 7th inning on Friday.
Into center field, Falby going back, has room, makes the play. Goodwin's retired. 2 down here in the 7th inning. Carly Hoover has thrown 4 2/3 no-hit innings. She walked the first batter she faced in Mulipola, and nothing since. 14 consecutive retired. Last hope for Texas is Lassiter. Jayla Lassiter is 0 for 2, laid down a sacrifice in the 2nd inning. That one will make it through. Snaps a streak of 14 consecutive retired by Hoover, and the game continues.
So the announcer's jinx is real, I see. Of course, Carly Hoover did not start this game, came into this game in the 3rd. Little bouncing single up the middle here. Kenley Cahalan chasing it down, but Jayla Lassiter doing a nice piece with that pitch.
All right, this has got a chance to be interesting here. You got Riley Boone, who is a thorn to get out. She's the queen of small ball. If she can get on to keep the game going, then you got Aaliyah Binford, who's got 5 homers on the season. She'd be batting with a chance to tie the game with one swing of the bat. Boone's total focus, keep this game alive and pass the baton to Binford. Wow, getting hit with a pitch would hurt, but it would accomplish your goal.
Would do the job, yep. And you can't rule out the bunt. Yes, there are 2 outs and the game is on the line, but Portland understands how good Riley Boone is with her short game, and so Kennedy Powell and Tori Vidalis are having to play in to respect that short game.
I just think it's so interesting how Hoover just turns her back to her catcher, Davidson. All Mia wants to do is throw the ball back to Hoover, and Hoover does not want the ball until she's ready. She does not want that pitch clock to start early. Three and one. No matter what Hoover does here, she's thinking throw a strike. There is no benefit to not throwing a strike here. You might as well let her hit a home run. You do not want to let Boone get on. There's the good strike thrown by Hoover. Three and two.
Yeah, you knew this was coming right down the middle.
Same situation here. Just throw a strike. Popped in the air, shallow left. Otis makes the play, and it's a series sweep for Portland. The Portland Cascade come to Round Rock, Texas, and they win all 3 games, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They now have a league best 7-2 road record.
Well, they were second in the standings going into this game, and they're going to stay right there. And it's so impressive, the fact that this is not their first road sweep. They have already had a road sweep on the season, but this is a long stretch where they will be on the road a long time. And what a way to start this road series. And how about Carly Hoover? This is the first look that we've seen for her in the AUSL. Saw her only for an inning or 2 a season ago when she was with the Blaze. She's back, she's healthy. The debut for Portland, man, she came in and was so good.
Maria is standing by with one of the many stars for Portland, Carly Hoover.
Carly, you're shut down in relief, but every half inning you come into the dugout, you talk to Mia about what you want to throw. How do those conversations help you thrive in the circle?
Me and Mia were teammates in Japan, and so we really know each other, so that familiarity and comfortability was really helpful. So she knows when I look good, she knows when I look bad. So we were just like going off of each other, like, hey, stay here, over here. Like, I really trust her. She was great today, too.
The 2 of you working together was phenomenal. Another phenomenal player in this lineup is Megan Grant. I saw you give her a big hug after one of those home runs. What did you tell her?
Great hit.
What's it like having that bat in the lineup?
It's awesome. Like, I feel so calm. I could come in down by 10 and trust that we're going to score 12. Like, I just feel so, we have so many pieces and we use them really wisely. I'm just really happy to be here and lucky to be a part of this team.
With so much parity in the AUSL, how important is a sweep in this series?
Super important, and I mean, I'm just going to throw that out there. Since me and Mia got here from Japan, we're undefeated, so.
It's on record. We'll let them know. Carly, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Maria, thank you. Carly, fantastic stuff. Kenzie, your final thoughts.
I mean, just the fact that Mia Davidson and Carly Hoover have now joined this team that was a very young team. We were talking about Sis Bates and Tori Vidalis being the only veterans. Well, now this team is stacked. The offense is cooking as well. Portland's got it rolling.
Oh, man, a lot of fun, particularly if you're a Portland Cascade fan over the weekend. Our final score here at Dell Diamond in Round Rock, Texas. The Cascade finish off the sweep with a 5-2 win on a Sunday afternoon. Athletes Unlimited Softball continues all summer long. Visit AUSL.com for where to watch. For Kenzie Fowler, for Maria Tribal Peace, and our entire crew, I'm Eric Collins saying thanks for watching, everybody.